Alright, well, let's see. It's been about a week or so since I got back from Japan. Went and hung out in Yokohama for a couple of weeks. Saw the sights. Bought a bunch of parts for this. Most of it came in. Got it kind of separated out into what it is. Little chunks of varying degrees of parts like fuel, paint. Just got a bunch of brake cleaner. Got a bench grinder and a bench vise. These are shockingly cheap. I can't believe how much that costs compared to how much something a little bit bigger or nicer that costs. Anyways, yeah, got the fuel system, engine mounts, brake stuff. Over here I got welding stuff, more welding stuff, some gloves and rags, like I said, brake cleaner. There's a bunch of D16 stuff. There's a bunch of mainly brake calipers and whatnot with the fan sitting on it. So I do have some new compressor parts. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that hose away. Got some new compressor parts, so I'll be able to finish that stuff up. Heater core, blower motor, heater valve, stuff like that to replace some of this stuff that's in here because I do want to keep heat. Dash, I haven't even touched it since I pulled it out. Not planning on doing much there. Maybe a security feature or two that I need to wire in. Other than that, just getting rid of some stock radio stuff. Since I have it all run from the amplifier, I can get rid of all this stuff depending on where it goes and whatnot. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna get a little more organized, start cleaning up a little bit. I can start some of the smaller projects, figuring out how I'm gonna tackle the paint job in this, taking a closer look at bending the brake lines around, possibly cutting them and reflaring them. I could probably get some of this at least taken apart, swapped out. Looking into getting started on the inside down in here. There's plenty to do in there. Plenty to do. Got all the brake stuff from Hush Performance. Finally all came together. So I've got the reservoir in here. Got the clutch and the bracket in there. In here I got the clutch plate, or the shifter plate, and the other bracket that goes along the inside of this for even more stability along this edge. Right here in this corner here of this here pedal set, which has been painted, sandblasted, painted, and primed. Yeah, got all the brake lines, fittings, filters, all that stuff. This is all engine bay paint, primer, and clear coat. 90-93 shifter, like butter. And then this will go on the bottom, come up, and then the shifter plate will go on top. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait to do that. Like I said, shocked how cheap these are. I got the wheel for it, for one side or the other. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, just gonna try and tidy up, get a little bit more organized, and see which project I want to delve into first. I want to definitely think about getting the engine bay stripped and painted. That can sit with stripper on it or whatever until I don't need to take this out, but I'm going to. I think I need it for clearance issues to remove it. Not a matter of this guy being in the way, but that bracket. I'm gonna look into buying new tabs here. These guys. Just fill them in with brand new, nice black ones. Finishing touches stuff. Yada yada yada. This one, since I have the original one broken in the same spot. Innovative mounts, 4-point traction, broken in the same spot. I drilled holes in it to bolt it down to keep it from wiggling on this axis. Didn't work, still snapped. But I have the original one over there without any holes in it, hiding right here under my my dust mop. See, broke in the same spot. So I am going to swap that out. Obviously it's a lot more structurally sound than this. And now I can either save that for some other piece of scrap, something in the future or whatnot. But yep, for right now I'm going to get a little more organized and tucked away. Figured out what I need and what I need to get started before I can get started, kind of thing. Alright. I got a little more cleaned up and organized. A little bit. Then I was putting stuff away and I came to the canned stuff. And I remembered I bought this stuff and I wanted to try it. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw in a couple random spots like this corner and over here and see what it does to those guys. Yeah. Alright, so I sprayed up most of this area. I guess that's supposed to be an orange color. I sprayed down in here. I figure while I'm testing it, looks like it might already be doing a little bit of bubbling or something. I sprayed pretty much that area and pretty much that area. Just give it a shot, see what it's gonna do. Give it a little bit of time. It says 5 layers in an hour, so I don't know. So while I'm letting these guys, I decided to just put a little light on it. While I'm letting these sit, I took a steel wire brush and quickly brushed there. I was like, oh, it's coming off already. And then I brushed the spot that didn't have any. And it's coming off anyways. So I'm letting that sit and that sit. But I started to clean up over here. And I realized I was missing out on a good before and after. I already cleaned out a bunch of stuff here. All this down here. It's all just chilling right in there. So I'm working towards getting some of the OEM shit taken care of. Just getting it cleaned out. Nice and good and ready for stripper. I just spent a little bit of time cleaning this up. Realize it's kind of pointless to try and clean anything big and open. It's just those little corners, trying to get some grease out of there. But then I ended up cleaning this all off, which is really nice. But then had a little bit of time, so I went back over and brushed this for a few seconds. Realized that was getting down right down to factory metal, or at least factory primer. I can't tell if it's metal or primer. I think it's primer, but either way, this stuff's doing great. It doesn't smell bad, so I'm gonna just fucking spray this shit down. All right, just dumped the whole can on there. Gave me about three really good thick coats up on every little nook and cranny I could get. Pretty much everything in there. Yeah, nice and orangey. It really isn't smelling or vaporous or anything. This stuff is actually pretty good. So let this stuff sit and see where that gets us. It's good to get started on that. Definitely a huge project. Stripping it, priming it, sanding it, painting it, sanding it, etc., etc. So you see up here I have the primer, the green it's going to be, and then the enamel. And this is the fabric paint for the firewall foam thing. Some things I do have are I got Amazon Basic sound deadening panels. So they're just basically big sticky rubberized, and they go on the inside of the car and reduce sound. On my carpet, I did order the big boy carpet package with the heavy duty soundproof padding on it. And I haven't seen this since I went to Japan, and I left this thing just a mess. Just a mess. Luckily my photographic memory. The time I drilled through all of these, that was fun. That was a fun time. Yeah, alright. So now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do while I'm waiting for that. Probably try and figure out where to put this. I gotta start putting some stuff kind of away-ish. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly throw a coat of, because I sandblasted this and primed it, and I don't want it to stay gray. So the only thing I have that's kind of enamel or anything heavy duty that's just black is this stuff. So I'm gonna got a little bit of a can, probably that much in there, use it up and get this guy back to black. Alright, get this gal nice and blackified, had just the right amount. I'm just putzing around with this thing, looking at how or where to attach it. This is meant for a 2x4, but on its side, but I can easily stick a 2x4 for my scrap here underneath like that. I'm going to use that. Solves that. I got a nice little bench price. Little guy, my first one. And this dude, I don't know. I almost kind of want to build its own little stand / table, something kind of like that, but I'm going to think about this one. This one's I'm gonna sit on this one for a second, but yeah, so got that guy, this thing a bubbling, and I got that guy a cooling. I suppose I could pull out my hydro clutch stuff. I'm gonna get this guy put on here, and then I'll pull out the hydro clutch stuff and get ready to start installing that, just to see what it looks like. Maybe do some dry fitting. So, all right, I got this guy installed on there. Obviously that's so yeah. The bottom bracket, these holes aren't threaded, so the bolts don't go through. So that thing is completely worthless to me now, as far as using this goes, because the bolts that came with it are too big to go through this hole, and these aren't threaded. And nobody else seems to have that problem in the reviews and whatnot. So I guess it's just little old me. If this thing came out, if this thing ain't super heavy, I might not mount it. I might mount it in this old Honda motorcycle. I'm definitely gonna swap out one of these rings, the 36 and the 60. Just feeling it. It's this one. I want to pull them both off and do a ring test anyways. So you flick it, hit it with a little wrench or something, make sure it has a good ring to it. If it's dead, don't use it. Probably has a big crack in it internally. Troy Ironmonger taught me that trick, and I'm going to thank him for it. So I'm going to take these off, and can also get these guys installed, and then figure out a place to store it, because I don't really want to mount it, even though it'd be easy. The bottom plate comes off and it's mounting, so it'd be easy to mark where I need to mount it. The thing is so damned heavy. Oh, I don't know. First time I use it, I'll decide whether or not I want to mount it and where I want to mount it, because I might want to put it somewhere else, but then sparks and debris and ease of cleaning over here just seems easier. Yeah. Alright, got that guy on there. It's a little more ridiculous than I thought it would be. The way this is set up, you gotta twist one side clockwise and hold the other one still. You'd think they would twist against each other, but they don't. I don't know, it's a pain in the ass. Definitely gonna be a couple feet away when I turn this thing on the first time. Other than that, it's pretty easy to get put together, so I can just put it over there and maybe move on to starting this guy. Alright, so after pulling this stuff out, kind of eyeballing it and whatnot, I got a pretty good idea about how this is supposed to attach and whatnot on this guy, like such, like that, something like that. Yep. And so I got that guy. I got the added bracket for this dude. On something like that. Let's see. I got the Willwood clutch reservoir, which is going to be going to this dude. I don't know if this thing's going to be This hardware actually goes with that bracket. For this, then we'll go like that into the bracket, into this hole. And then I don't know if this tube is going to be long enough to get out the firewall and up to this guy. Boop. Like that, but that's what Hush Performance sent with it. I got this from Hush Performance, that from somewhere else, that from somewhere else. I wanted something more like this, and they didn't have that. And I also got the mounting brackets, the KSwap mounting brackets. But it looks like this is some instructional stuff. I'm gonna watch a couple videos before I start drilling any holes and everything. I think I got everything. This is the shifter plate. It's gonna go. It's kind of replacing that thing. It's pretty much replacing that thing. But this is gonna go on. Let's see what's up underneath. This piece is gonna go on top of that, inside the car, and then this piece will actually be outside the car. So, yeah, that'd be pretty sweet. Or that from Hush Performance. They also make the kit that has the bolt-on extra piece, the bolt-on for the e-brake up there. That's not my kind of car. That's why I got this for the low profile. I want to keep the 94, 96 Integra center console thing going. So that's what I'm going to do with that. So this is going to get put on pause. That looks very nice sitting there. I like those sitting there. This cheapy, super cheapy thing. But what are you going to do? If you want a really nice one that's really crazy expensive, compared to how much this is, compared to this, what this does versus this, these are essentially the same price. And this is a cheap one. So, whatever. Yeah, I think I'm going to try and tackle the blower motor stuff over here. Or at least get started on this stuff. So, I'm going to do that now. Quick little update. It's been about an hour. I don't want to do anything to it yet. You can see it's definitely starting to orange peel. No pun intended, because it's orangey. And, it's definitely doing something. Didn't put very much up here, but I laid it on thick where it counted. So, yeah. All right, I'll clean this up. All right, so I got the intercooler sitting here. I just realized I'm not gonna be able to do anything with the heater valve right now. This actually goes inside the engine bay, and it controls the hot water. So I'll set that aside. And so I got the blower motor, which is in here somewhere. All these dirt and shit, and also the intercooler. So there's just a bunch of clips on the outside you gotta take off and split this guy in half. So I think I'll do that first. If I can get this tape off of here. Yeah, I think I can manage this. Huh. This is the wire you're pulling on. It's got a little loop on it. Attached to the inside of the vehicle. Right. Just keep taking this apart, I guess. Alright, just crack this guy open. Backside is all just these little clips. And there's one screw in there. And it just kind of slid apart. Very easy to get to. You can see my old one versus my new one. Dirty this guy is. Ooh, that is kind of on there. That is really kind of on there. So, I just gotta figure out how to pop this guy out of here, and then I can pop a new one in. Yeah, get this cleaned out. It's kind enough to got it all cleaned out proper, and after I was cleaning it out, I went to bring it back in here and it started dumping a bunch of coolant all over the damn place. So now I gotta break out my box of recycled. It's this stuff, this powder I have, but I save it if it doesn't get all used. So now I gotta use some. It's really annoying. I hate this stuff. But yeah, so now I gotta take a couple of these screws off, and I should be able to pop this thing out with, you know, some kind of ease. It's got like old tape, zip ties, metal and plastic. That'll work. That lid came off pretty easy, and then I just realized I got a clip in here that I gotta take off. Shouldn't be too hard. Success! Oh, actually, like the vacuum of it against the foam, it's harder to get it out than anything, and it's bled dust. I don't know if you can see that, but it was just a bunch of sand and shit. And you can see through it. And, I mean, it was working when I pulled it. I didn't pull it because of that, but it gave me the excuse I needed. So now I'm gonna clean this guy up a little bit, and install the new one. Brutal. Alright, got back on there. This bracket I actually had to switch around. It fits this way, the other way it doesn't fit at all. I don't think that'll mean anything. Looks like it's coming out. I mean, it matches up exactly to the old one, so whatever. New one is in there and installed. Glad to see it. I'm just gonna put it back together, put the clips back on, and yeah, that looks right. That looks about right. Get back on there and then work on the blower motor portion. So the foam on this thing, as I was putting it back together, it's supposed to be like that, but it was just disintegrating. So I have some foam over here that I'm going to be replacing on there. Just wanted to clean it up while it was off, and I could clean it out and it wouldn't fall back in there. So I replaced the foam on that. It also goes around this big round part. Yep. Alright, got some new foam on there. It's not the most prettiest thing ever, but it's better than it was. It'll re-foam out, and I'll probably end up tearing it off during install anyways. It'll make this weird flapping noise in there, and it's something to look forward to. So now that I got that done, I'm going to put this back over whence it came, and try and figure out what I did with the blower motor assembly. It's around here somewhere. Might be in the car. Alright, it was in the car. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this light over here. Yeah, see, this is what the other foam looked like. Literally just not even doing anything, just ugh. Yeah. So I'm gonna scrape that off and replace that. I might actually go down and get some brand new better stuff to redo it, but for right now I'm going to pop these clips off and get this thing apart. See what it looks like on the inside. Look at the fucking cable. Look at that other. God damn it. Alright, well. Interesting. Maybe I should look at the manual on this thing. See what the old big green book says. Well, it looks like the big green book here out of the 89, which is close enough to the 90. So that's a resistor blower. Tell by the little coil marks. Coil marks. I think that's what I was looking at. Unless they switched it to a thing. actually switch it to a single one. No, I can see it. That's it right there. I'm just gonna be careful of it. Make sure not to harm it. Might order a new one. Probably just order a new one. Why not? Yeah. Alright. This guy came apart pretty easy. Trying to get some light on this thing. It is very fragile. Very thin wire. I don't know what that white stuff is. It's like powdery or something of paper. Old solder or something. There's some weird stuff going on. This resistor here. But other than that, this stuff is just disintegrating all over the place. It's gross. It's gross. A little bit of schmutz in there. Not much. Just gotta take that nut off. These nuts off the back here. And swap this guy out. Well, it took a minute, but I managed to pry that thing off the top. Just had to take the 3 bolts out of the back. They are screws, but so I'm planning on reusing them. I didn't want to strip them out, so I just grabbed the old ratchet there. Gasket looks alright. Still pliable. And this guy still looks alright. Definitely has some stuff in there. Oh, whoa! You can see how thick that is. Jeez. All right. Well. Yeah. As far as new one goes, it's a little dusty. Feels good now. I'm gonna have to switch the plug, maybe elongate it. Definitely some stuff going on this one. I don't know if that's like motor, fiber, but alright, so I'm gonna get this guy cleaned up and installed on here. Alright, get that guy about as clean as it's gonna get. I reckon it doesn't need to be too clean. I'm gonna just put this guy on there and don't worry about electronics. Looks like it matches up pretty good, or rather exactly. This guy matches up with this guy, so same exact size, pin orientation. It looks like they just slide in there. This one looks a little longer. I may elongate it. I may just slide the pin on there. We'll see, but for now I'm going to get this put back together here. Alright. I forgot what I was going to say. All done with this, dude. Got it swapped out. The cables are the same length, so I'm just going to put the new connector on there. Leave that one there. I have a backup in case this one goes kaput. I don't know why it would, but it might. Who knows? Yeah. So anyways, this guy's all done. I looked into this resistor. You can actually get one in a couple days off Amazon for like 11-12 bucks. So I might do that. I also want to look into OEM ones, Denso or whatever it is. I've seen a couple names on this thing already, so yeah, moving on. This thing's done until I can get this gone. Got a new blower motor in there, new heater core. Feeling pretty good about that little department. Gotta figure out how to repipe internally. How to repipe it. I really want to touch it. I really just want to go, but no, can't do that. So, yeah. Looks so weird. It's like dirty but clean. It's so quiet outside. Alright, well. yeah, I figure out what's up next. Alright, I think I'm done here tonight. It's actually kind of early. Kind of easing into this. I got 2 weeks vacation. So, need to save something for the other days. Those look nice. Glad they're there. Not that it matters what they look like. I'm gonna watch a bunch of videos on these tonight. I've seen a bunch of them already, but it can't hurt to watch them again and watch some more. And glad I got those two taken care of. That's some big stuff out of the way as far as planning goes and moving stuff around. I'm excited to do the noise paneling stuff here. I'm sure you know what noise deadening is. Very heavy. Good thing I'm not building a race car, but I do want it nice and quiet in here. So we'll see what I can come up with. Oh, sad. But I was thinking about moving the cop horn from over here to where people put the battery over here. But I don't know if I want it side mounted. It doesn't move, but doesn't mean that it can't move. Let's see what I'm looking at. Doesn't mean it can't move. Plus it is there already. We'll see. Oh, I sneezed and shut off the camera. But anyways, so yep, I think I'm done for tonight. I got some thinking to do. Curiosity is going to be in this guy. How much I can move it. How much you want to say? Ugh, I gotta get that off my hands. How much I can move it. Because I want to swing it back over here. But if you're going to end up with a ton of extra pipe, I might just cut it and reform them. I did get a tool for such an occasion, which is right there. A rolling mat. Got a riveter. Of course, a bunch of files and stuff. So I've got some thinking to do on this one. I'm going to cut them and redo them and how I'm going to do that, but I have the tools to do it. I just don't know if I want to. It's a lot of extra work, but curious to see how this stuff's going to work overnight. That might be my whole day tomorrow. I might just be working on stripping the engine bay. Because of what I was able to accomplish, some of the smaller, bigger stuff. After the engine bay, it's going to be a lot of wiring. I'm planning on integrating this more bigger, better car alarm. It has a bunch of crap I'm not going to use or put on there. I think it might even have a siren with it. A speaker, maybe? I can't tell. It feels a little heavy on one side, so we'll figure that out later. But that's going to be a bunch of malarkey. But for now, until tomorrow morning, that's pretty much where I'm leaving it. Get a nice before. All right, it is the next day. Seen some overspray or something, probably. Little white flecks. Yeah. Paint stripper or whatever. Anyways, a couple of wet spots still. I haven't touched it yet. Curious as to the level of what it takes to. Ooh. A shitty nylon brush. Didn't do much. Is that gray again? I can't tell if it's. Let's bring it down to something. That factory metal. My gold, the white. Interesting. Alright, well. Looks like I'm gonna. Yeah, it totally changed colors. Looks all jaundicey. It's a cool picture. It did alright. Did its job. Totally changed the whole mood, the whole color and the whole mood of the. I don't know what that blue is from. Alright. Get started on it, I guess. Turn the light on. Thought this should be seen under different light. I think it's cool looking, honestly. Let's see what it does for paint. Alright, by God. I got so much of it done. Got this baffle, inside here, not inside there. Basically, I've got this guy nice and done, all up in here. Get this guy done, all the way inside and out, or inside and out. Don't know. I think I did a pretty darn good job. I gotta get I have to pull that windshield wiper motor and get down all up in there, but for the most part I got that corner really good. And there's a couple things I didn't really work on. This guy's going away, this guy's going away, so I didn't really work on those. Didn't really go any farther down. I will get down in here, so I'm gonna start tomorrow, get all that crap and all this stuff. It's my lovely lighting setup today, so very curious as to why it turned out green like that. I don't know, something about paint or something, but yes sir, getting moving along. It's my little filming setup today. Little battery with a clamp, tripod, just clip my phone in like that. It's a fancy one with the light on the front. Oh, this comes away so you can Bluetooth selfie shots. Not really my thing, but it sucks for walking around. I brought that to Japan. It was super shaky the whole time. Just kept going like this because it was all on one end. Pretty annoying. No idea what time it is. I've been listening to KSwap and let's see, it is 4:40 p.m. I got down here around 10. About 6 hours. It's been nice and cloudy all day. Still want to get in here. I don't know if I'm going to take a break or call it quits. I need to stop working on paint stuff for a while. My arms are killing me with this scratching. Comes off really easy. It's just a matter of the repeatedness. It's very easy to get down the metal. Then you get some of the stuff that, I don't know if it's just baked on or what, doesn't want to go away. This stuff, all this Ripley stuff over here, got cleaned out pretty good. I tried sanding it. It does not sand. It is rubber. You can't really tell, but it's like some kind of rubber sealant that they just globbed on. So I'm gonna try and razor blade some of that off. I got a couple of options here as far as razor blades go. Left my good one at work, of course, but all the more reason to buy more tools, right? All about them tools. Yeah, other than that, I haven't got shit done today. I'll probably make this the end of this video or something. We'll see what happens. Yeah. What the fuck is that? Seeing a lot of cool things. Like this is 90 right here. There's been some cool, like frame number 2664A. This is like 5254 something over here. It's been neat finding the little markings that have been covered up for decades. Get down this factory primer. There's definitely a bunch of spots where you can see the primer through it. So it's not factory metal, but as long as I scuff it up really good, which I got a bunch of these pads, hundreds, 220, 80, 100, yeah, 220, 80, 100, and 180 hiding back there. So those come in handy. I got 2 packs of those. They're only $10 on Amazon. They're real cheap, basic ones. Got a bunch of them. Tons of sanding stuff down here. Kind of want to just peace of mind. I like the thinness of these ones. You know, it's like 3/4, something like that. 12/16 or something. I don't know. But yeah, progress.